you up to speed with everything that has taken center stage in the country and, of course, across our borders. But first, let's take a look at our top stories tonight.
Bipartisan talks have joined as both teams are yet to agree on the agenda for talks. Kenya and Uganda deliberate on expanding trade, security and agriculture between the two nations. Government unveils Maisha number after signing deal with UN Immigration. PS Immigration Julius Bitok reveals. The country is water stressed. Prime CS Musalia Mudavadi says the country is facing water crisis due to rampant deforestation, pollution and climate change.
Welcome to the broadcast. Samuel Kello is our sign language interpreter tonight. My name is ODIDA and we're live on our social media platforms. That is on Facebook and YouTube at KUTV_Kenya. We have a lot in store for you, including an interview later on in the bulletin to talk about the cost of doing business in Nairobi. Stay tuned for that. Remember, today is Money Monday. But first, we begin with President William Ruto has held talks with the Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni at State House, Kampala, Uganda, on matters of mutual interest, including trade, infrastructure, regional security, and agriculture. According to President Ruto, Kenya and Uganda have a firm partnership based on decades of East African brotherhood, strong cooperation, and consistent engagement. The president is also expected to open a devolution conference set to begin on Tuesday 15th to 19th in Singishu County. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has called upon county governments to ensure water utilities are run professionally without any form of corruption. Mudavadi, who was speaking while officiating the 12th edition of the Water Company Sports Association Games held in Ole Ntimama Stadium, Narok County, said that government is keen on increasing water availability to all citizens.
Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi has called upon county governments to work in unison with water companies to ensure they are run without corruption and in good governance.
In addition, I ask the county governments to ensure the water companies are run professionally, without any form of corruption, and with good corporate governance as required by the regulator. The water companies must reduce non-revenue water in their utilities to acceptable levels.
Mudavadi says that a large section of the population is still struggling with lack of sufficient water and that climate change is worsening the situation.
Deforestation, pollution, and climate change have led to severe water stress, not only in Kenya, but across the world. Kenya is a water-stressed country. A considerable size of the population still lack access to safely managed drinking water and safely managed sanitation.
Water, Sanitation and Irrigation Cabinet Secretary Alice Wahome has said that government will continue to implement policy, governance and legal interventions to increase water storage and improve sanitation in the country.
Kenya is listed as one of the water-scarce countries, and to address this situation, the government is implementing programs such as the construction of 100 dams aimed at increasing access to water and sanitation, as we know is expected for us in Article 43 of our Constitution.
Narok Governor Patrick Ole Ntutu has hailed the water sector in the country, saying that water is a crucial tool in the fight against climate change.
Water companies are not just providers of an essential resource, they are also critical stakeholders in the fight against climate change. As guardians of water resources and distribution systems, these companies hold a pivotal role in mitigating the impacts of changing climate.
The 12th edition of Water Companies Sports Association Games brings together all water companies in the country and has been held in partnership with the Narok County Government. Joseph Kiss, KUTV.
In other news, rogue individuals in Segera location have been warned against invading private properties following a destruction of about 8-kilometer Agriculture Development Corporation ADC Mutura Ranch, that is an electric fence in Segera, Laikipia County. Deputy County Commissioner Patrick Mutuli, while issuing a warning to the perpetrators, noted that ADC Mutara was home to wildlife and destroying the fence was exposing residents to human-wildlife conflict.
The vandals have been issued a warning against encroaching on private property following damage of the 8-kilometer electric fence away at the Agricultural Development Corporation Mutura Ranch in Segera. Speaking at a rally in the Black Tank area of the ward, Laikipia County Deputy Commissioner Patrick Muli termed the action illegal, saying government will boost security to avert future recurrences of similar acts.
Tulikuwa nakuja tuongee na wananchi tuweze kuona jinsi tunaweza simamisha hiyo uhalifu.
The administrator said the ADC Mutara land, which was heavily guarded, was invaded by unknown persons who left a trail of destruction on the vast land. He noted that ADC Mutara was home to wildlife and the destruction of the fence was exposing residents to human-wildlife crisis. Muli has indicated that the government will deploy National Reserve soldiers to beef up security.
Tumekubaliana kwamba hakuna mambo ya destruction of the fence, na ile ingine tumeongea mambo kuhusu jinsi security hapa tunaweza improve.
Residents have claimed the insecurity has been occasioned by the government's move to employ people from distant places in the corporation instead of hiring the local residents. Residents now call upon the government to employ local in the Agricultural Development Corporation to prevent the future of crimes. Reporting for KUTV, Cynthia Nderitu.
All right, we're taking our very first short break at this point. So much more lined up for you. Stay with us.
Focus on Health is a show that creates awareness on matters health and informs you on various diseases, their causes, treatment, prevention, coping, and support. So join me, Bwari Michelle, every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on KUTV. You can also follow us on our social media platforms at KUTV Focus on Health on Facebook and also on YouTube, and Health Focus on Instagram, because your health is your wealth. Stay safe and stay healthy.
What are some of the ways through which you can develop these skills so that you are comfortably fitting into the job?
You have to put yourself in positions where you are uncomfortable in the sense that you are not clear about what to do.
Because I used to work a corporate job before. So when I left, I happened to visit someone's farm around this area.
So this project is called Security Breach Detector and Can is Familiarize. It is meant to be used to detect, detonate explosive.
We'll tackle all the tough issues, discuss all the weird moments, and hopefully share a few laughs along the way.
Kutoka kwa jamii ya kuhamahama na sasa kujumuisha kilimo katika mitindo yao ya maisha. Kwenye toleo la kaunti ya Narok, hii ni Boresha Kilimo. kwani afya bora ni kilimo bora.
Kwani kilimo ndicho huboresha maisha.
Kipindi hewani ni mitindo ya kipwani. Kama ilivyo kipindi hiki kinahusu nyimbo za taarab, chakacha, midwara, midundiko, bila kusahau mapishi. Ambao ndio uti wa mgongo wa pwani ya Afrika Mashariki.
Jamani, swahibu zangu mliopo maskani, hatuonani wenzangu, najua mwanitamani.
Hapa KUTV, nahodha mwendesha chombo cha baharini, yani ua linalunukia na kuvutia waridi tamu.
We are all seeing the impacts of climate change. In Kenya, for example, the frequency of the floods is becoming more and worse. The amount of people and livestock we're losing.
The level we need to go is a level where the normal mwananchi and also the government stakeholders can uptake these solutions.
Those small acts multiplied by millions of us will help make a difference in the world at the end of the day.
It's just a slight behavior change that we need, and you'll find that it serves us a bit more than you put in. And that's the goal. We want to live a better world than we found. Because at the rate we are going, it's dire.
We will secure the planet for future generations.
Welcome back to the broadcast. You're watching KUTV Primetime News, and of course, like I had said earlier, it's time for Money Monday. You know how we do it here. It's business as usual. Today we want to discuss the cost of doing business in Nairobi County, and joining me in studio tonight is Bolton Bosire, who has been a Twitter sensation for the better part of this month. And before we even go far, Bolton, I want you to tell us, how did you get to this point? You are a sensation right now in the country.
Okay. So, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you all for inviting me here.
Yeah, karibu sana.
Yeah. So, what inspired me from the beginning is actually, I was home for almost a year.
You are?
At home.
Okay.
Yes, for almost a year. I was studying Bachelor of Commerce at African Nazarene. So I was supposed to graduate 2022. So I was supposed to do 49 units. So instead I did 48 units. Unknowingly, I didn't do 1 unit. So I did that unit the last semester. As others were graduating. So as I finished, I went back home. So back home, I was doing the home jobs. So like cutting napier grass after finishing my work by 10. So from there's nothing I'm supposed to be doing. So I will be sleeping around, engaging with my Twitter friends. So it went all until this. Until this year.
Maybe you will keep it silent.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Oh,
You tell us how now you came to now selling smoky and now becoming sensation.
Yeah. So after this long of being home, I thought of something like, how can I be back to the city? So after struggling back home, like there was no money. You can't get money for credit back home. So like there's no work you can do so that you can better yourself. There's my friend here in town called Frank. I called him. I told him, my guy, if you want to help me, call me back to the city and teach me something. So
just keep it silent.
I called Frank, and Frank came through. Frank called me to Nairobi. He told me, I have work, but I don't know, you are a graduate, I don't know if you can manage to do it. I told him I can, so long as I get something from it. So Frank told me, you'll be here at my workstation for 1 week so that you can learn something, then you raise some money from me so that you can start yours. I told him, you have a good idea, but how am I going to start? Because first of all, you need courage. Yes. So how can I, as a graduate, how am I going to start working? But back home, I'm good at cooking. So I said I can do it. So I went to Frank. Frank invited me. So we started kasi ya kuuza hizo smoky. So kukata, kuunda smocha. So like Frank alikuwa ananiambia the worst part of it ni kuunda smocha na kuhandle customers. So nikaamua I will try more to approach customers in a different manner.
Yeah.
So after almost 2 weeks to Frank raised some money and told me.
When you say in a different manner, what do you mean necessarily?
Oh, in a different manner, I mean like, so this customer relationship you should build. So like as you are making mayai for that customer, you should be talking to him or her. So like making him feel comfortable. So creating a friendly environment around your customers. You should be jovial always. So that's the environment I created. So during that time, I managed to know how to pasua mayai, pasua smoky, kutengeneza smocha. So all of this started to flow. Kukata kachumbari, I'm good at it right now. So nikaamua, what is the best place naweza weka trolley yangu hata mimi hii town nisilale nje. So I want to be relying to my friend Frank every day. So Frank aliniambia jitafutie sasa wewe ni mwanaume. So after that Frank connected me with those guys around
Nairobi CBD.
CBD. So I chose archives. So that's where people flow. Yeah. From the other side, they are coming. So people flow in that area. Idolers, all of them, they are around the archives. So tukatafuta point, tukaeka through hapo. So like I thought of something while I was at my bed in the morning. I said, let me try my Twitter friends if they can come along. This is something which came out of nowhere. So I tweeted, tuko CBD, mnaweza pitia. All of a sudden it erupted.
Was that the highest amount of sales that you made since you started?
So at the beginning, we were not selling that much. So like the sales they were not high, but they were somewhere average. So at that moment, as I tweeted, like I tweeted like how it started, like we have graduated and now we are selling smokies. And the guys told me, where are you located? So notification were overflowing, so like I was not handling them. So there's my guy, tunakaanga na yeye, my campus mate, tunafanyanga naye kazi se. Nilimuinvite nikamwambia uweze lala Rongai kwa nyumba na niko tayari peke yangu, lazima tupate ishemu wote wawili tutafute pesa. So tukiwa na yeye nikamwambia waambie tuko mahali fulani, wakipitia wanaweza nunua. So the next day wanted to know where I am, even kama ni ukweli, so that they can buy. So that day I went and picked my stock, almost 8 smokies.
Where do you get your stock from, by the way, before you even go far?
Oh, my stock. There's around the BS station, Okuba station. That's where we pick our stock.
Is it cheaper there? Because I know.
No, it's cheaper because you find everything is ready. So they like smokies, they cook for you. Mayai, they cook for you. Waru.
Oh wow.
Everything kebab, they are almost ready. So it's you and the supplier to communicate at what time are you going to pick them.
Yours is just to sell.
Yeah, yours is just to sell. You need your own capital, or you can communicate with your seller, your supplier, akupe on any what? Naitwangaje? So akupe on deni, akikupe on debt. Alafu then jioni you can make sales, you can
pay him.
You can pay more.
Okay.
So tukachukua smoky sita, mayai karibu 4, waru 50, and the people came. I tell you, my fellow trips came along.
Are they still coming even now?
Even now, they are coming right now. So within 2 hours, the stock was finished. Like we were making other orders. So like those guys came through, and they are coming now.
Yeah.
They are becoming regular customers. Yeah.
Now you are a street vendor in Nairobi now. What are some of these challenges that you're facing?
Okay. The first challenge is handling those old customers, like old overseas. Like you are on your highest speed serving customers, so like they are on the line waiting. Alafu nasikia msaya anakuambia, my friend, you are too slow. You are too slow. Alafu so akikwambia you are too slow, like you are supposed to react, but you should remain calm. Like unamwambia, yes, I know, but I'm trying to speed up. So the other challenge ni naitwangaje, kwando trole kwanza ikiwa mpya inakumaliza vidole. Like sasa ukifanyia usafi.
Yeah, the trolley where now you display the smokies.
Like you are arranging your stock.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden trolley inaweza kukata kama hii mikono yangu imenikata sana.
Ukazoea. Alright. We're taking a very short break at this point. When you come back, we're coming back to continue with that conversation on the cost of doing business in Nairobi. Bolton is selling smokies at Nairobi CBD, and we are now talking about the challenges that he's facing as a street vendor in Nairobi. We're coming back with that conversation.
Are you an aspiring media practitioner, a graduate, or you just want to advance your skills in television production? Then welcome to Kenyatta University, where education meets innovation. KUTV, the premier university television station in Kenya, is now offering short courses in TV studio, field technical operations, and video editing. Through these courses, you will acquire hands-on skills on camera operations, media production, lighting techniques, audio-visual editing, and sound and visual control, and how to operate key equipment in modern TV control room. Enroll today at KUTV and discover your full potential in cutting-edge TV broadcasting. Graduates of these courses will receive professional certificates. For more information, visit our offices at KUTV Studios or call us on 020-870-4252 or 020-870-4253. 4255 or SMS us on 0739 110 544. KUTV, a new experience.
We are all seeing the impacts of climate change. In Kenya, for example, the floods, the frequency of the floods is becoming more and worse. The amount of people and livestock we're losing.
The level we need to go is a level where the normal mwananchi and also the government stakeholders can uptake these solutions.
Those small acts multiplied by millions of us will help make a difference in the world at the end of the day.
It's just a slight behavior change that we need, and you find that it serves us a bit more than you put in, and that's the goal. We want to live a better world than we found, because at the rate we are going, it's dire.
We will secure the planet for future generations.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
The Bible says, when he spoke, then he spoke a parable to them, that men always ought to pray and not lose heart.
Christ says, I stand in the door and I knock. Whoever hears my voice and opens, I will dwell with him.
Like the moon, I will fade, but like the star, I will rise again. And though I fall, be rest assured that I will rise again.
Go to the hospitals, tell them that God will heal them. Go to the prisons, tell them that they'll be free. Go to the crusades and tell people that Christ is coming, and sooner than the word itself, the second advent is imminent.
Welcome back to Money Monday. The conversation before we took that very short break was about the cost of doing business in Nairobi. And if you're just joining us, we have Bolton Basiri in studio tonight. We're talking about now how it is for him as a street vendor. He's selling smokies. And before we went on that break, you were telling us about the challenges that you're facing, and you mentioned handling your trolleys, you mentioned speed, and I cut you short when you're mentioning something else.
Okay. So handling trolley, the other challenge, so ni hawkers wenzako. So
competition.
No, it's not a competition. Anaweza kuja kule and they may disappear. So that's like you are making losses.
Oh.
Yeah. Anaweza kuja kule akwambia we are here. So like siendi mahali. So like he or she can opt not to pay. So nitakusaidia mahali kwingine. So like
but do they help you mahali kwingine?
Si rahisi. Kwanza this challenge, like you may be umeseti trolley, so umeanza kazi. Ukianza kazi, mtu customer akuje at that first moment when umefungua kazi akuje na 1,000 na maybe uko na cash, si ndio? Other vendors, street vendors wako na nini goods, si ndio, washauza, anaweza kunyima change. So hiyo time amekunyima change, customers wengine washakuja wanataka kukula, si ndio? So this pressure from another customer, anataka change, na kuna wengine wanataka kukula. So like it becomes a challenge if you don't have someone to help you.
Yeah.
So like you need 2 guys or 1 guy. So the other one is handling money and the other one is serving customers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're stealing from one another in the streets.
Yeah. It's survival. It's survival. You must be smart. Otherwise, you'll make losses.
Yeah. So I know, I understand that Nairobi has a very diverse food scene. And how do you see Smokies fitting into this culinary landscape? I understand that now Smoky has shot up from 20 shillings. Right now we are at 40 Kenya shillings. Other places they're selling Smokies at 50 Kenya shillings. I don't know how you are charging yours, but do you really see Smokies fitting into this culinary landscape?
So Smokies are good. Yeah. These are the ones make customers come. But prices change according to economic.
Yeah.
The economy challenges we are facing currently. So you can't be selling Smokies at 20 and the supplies is bringing those Smokies at 30.
Yeah.
So you must at least sell them at 40 so that you can gain, the supplier gains, everyone is happy. It's a win-win.
The customer is not happy.
No, the customer should not be happy because...
Really?
Yeah, here now you are a businessman. You don't care about the customer. So you must ensure that, first thing, how is the market running? So you can't bring Smokies, you want to profit, others are selling at 40 and you want to sell at 30. So you are the one who is suffering here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you must balance the equation. So Smokies are the ones which go easily more than eggs.
Yeah.
So Smokies.
How much are eggs?
30 right now. 1 mayai ni 30 bob. Lakini Smoky hata inafaa ipande ifike 50 bob.
Who will eat them? Smokies at 50 Kenya shillings.
They are at CPD.
They buy?
Yeah, they buy.
Interesting. Now, I also want to know, now that you say you have a lot of traction being drawn to you Apple archives, are there any variations or innovations that now you're trying to come up with to ensure that your business stays going up?
Stay strong. So, okay. Like, you change the system you are handling your customers. First, like kachumbali, kuna ile kachumbali normal, kuna kachumbali different. Yeah, like unajaribu kuchanganya inaitwangaje ingredients. Yeah, like unaweka inaitwa dania. Pilipili una irregulate, si ndio? Kuna hii kitu wanaita choma sauce. Yeah, you try to introduce different varieties. Hata avocado unaweza ingiza hapo kwa smocha. So to make it good. So to maintain your customers, handle them with the care. When you unaongelesha, usikue rude.
Yeah.
Always be happy. Hata kama customer atakuhandle in a negative way, take it positively.
Right now your business, you say, has really taken on a high note.
Yes.
And maybe also tell us, are there any plans that you have to now diversify your offerings? Now, in terms of the products that you're selling, you say right now you have Smokies and eggs, and maybe Smoky paswa is the same thing?
Smoky, eggs, kebabs,
yeah,
and waru. There's also kuna vitu zingine tunaletanga pia. So lakini hizo zingine hazijapik. So like we try to introduce them in a weekly basis. You
what
see
are
them.
Those that you're trying to introduce on a weekly basis?
Kuna viazi zingine tunaletanga like they are like balls. Si hizi zingine, hizi waru zingine zinapikwa normal.
Karai.
Karai, achana na hizo. Kuna balls zingine tunajaribu kuzintroduce, zikishika so tunaanza kuzileta kwa market.
How much are they?
They go for 40 bob. They are not like this, the regular ones. Easy viazi karai.
One waru at 50 Kenya shillings.
Yes.
The state of the economy is not really something to laugh about at the moment, Bolton.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it's taking you, but you're really putting it hard on the common mwananchi. Don't you think so?
Okay, the economy is hard everywhere. So, and right now, the country has no money. The country is borrowing, as well as we are borrowing also. So, like, as the country is borrowing, we don't expect things to be easier here in the market. So everything will go hard. So it's like those in the common mwananchi should struggle also as we are struggling. So like the county government of Nairobi every day demands taxes, returns. Hata sisi tukiweka hapo troli, county government pia wao wanataka.
That is a
kanjo. So how do you ensure?
Pay them?
Yeah, how do you ensure that kanjos are being paid well because they have families? So you must give back to the county government through the kanjos. Those are the ones who collecting the revenue. Hata hao wapate. So tukipeana kwa kanjo iende kwa county government, at least na sisi tupate survival. That's why the prices go high. It's not our fault. Yeah.
Now, as a small business owner, maybe what do you think the government or the county government, Nairobi County government, should do now to ensure that you're safe and you're not exploiting Kenyans, you're not exploiting yourself, and Kanjos are not exploiting you? What should the county government do?
Okay. The county government, actually, the Nairobi County government, so far, is doing a good job because hawkers are getting something and the street vendors are getting something. So the main focus should be like those taxes. They are too high, but sometimes so is something which should be looked at. So the taxes should be like they should be a bit minimal,
regulated,
to be regulated for common street vendors and others, so that if we have a small business that is growing, the taxes should not be high, so that we can't be exploiting the common mwananchi. Yeah.
All right. Now, I also understand that maybe there's somebody watching you right now and you're inspiration to them. What advice would you give to someone now thinking of starting maybe street vendor? Yeah?
Okay. Someone who is willing to start.
Yeah.
First of all, you should be willing to do something. So when you are willing, your heart is free. Your mindset is free, so that you can start something. You can't start something which you don't want to do. So you should motivate yourself. I want to do this. I want to join this market so that I can do something for myself. The second thing, there's these small jobs you ignore, but they have something which can put something into your table at the evening. So everyone should embrace the economy as it is going. Yeah.
Now, I know every business, everyone in their business have a target audience. Do you have?
My target audience?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Currently, my target, I want to attract my fellow trips. Secondly, university campus students around the CBD. Yes.
Oh, that is the universities around, I understand. Oh, yeah.
UN. Those are my target market.
Wonderful. Now, we are closing.
Yes.
But that is your comment, and I want you to tell us now where we can find you so that we can also come there and eat some smokies and waru.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you are around CBD, so around the
Nairobi
archives,
CBD.
Nairobi CBD, around the archives, the north end where the Tomboya Street signpost is situated, that's where we are around. Yeah.
All right, Bolton Basir, thank you so much for making time for us right here at KUTV. It has been, we are grateful to have you here tonight.
Thank you.
All right, we are taking a very short break at this point. That was a conversation about cost of doing business in Nairobi. We're coming back with much more. Stay with us.
Lola ni programu inayokupa fursa ya kutizama video zozote pindi tu unapokuwa na nafasi. Hadithi za kukupa motisha, drama, maisha ya vyuo vikuu, teknolojia, masuala ya jamii, kuzuru maeneo tofauti, spoti, burudani na zaidi. Pata programu ya Lola sasa kwenye rununu yako kwa yote unayohitaji.
Our planet with. Join us on the most exciting adventures across the African continent. See breathtaking wildlife, stunning landscapes, and out of this world technologies. Meet incredible scientists and learn fantastic facts. Explore, discover, be amazed. Be part of the next generation of African change makers. Be a part of Engine, Africa's #1 science discovery program. Yay!
We're learning every day. And you lead the way.
Kaka mtazamaji popote ulipo unapokuwa ukitazama Safina Show
inang'oa nanga sasa hivi. Ungana nami Albanas Mwania, nahodha wa Safina Show, nikutoe ng'ambo ya pili hadi ufuoni. Safina Show, sauti ya matumaini.
Right, welcome back to the broadcast. Let's continue with our coverage. Now, our top story tonight, Kenya Kwanza and Azimio dialogue teams today met for talks, but the meeting was adjourned before members agreed on the agenda of the discussions. Leaders of the two sides, Kalonzo Musyoka of Azimio and Kimani Ichung'wa of Kenya Kwanza, had promised the agenda would be agreed upon on Monday after the two groups named technical teams of 4 members each last week. Azimio, on its part, has consistently stressed that the talks must encompass discussions about the cost of living, the composition of the IEBC selection panel, and an audit of the 2022 presidential election results.
We have also indicated that we are here to engage in good faith, in line with our laws and our constitution. And we want to believe we are all here in the interest of the Kenyan people and the Kenyan state. And therefore, we shall be engaging in that dialogue process, which now formally begins because we have now the two technical teams from both sides formally constituted.
The teams are actually going to synchronize the agenda. And I'd started by saying, as far as Azimio la Umoja One Kenya is concerned, our teams have been ready, but I think that our friends are also now ready, and we want them to engage so that they can look. As you remember, both sides had their set of agendas, and it's important they get synchronized, and that we leave to them.
Across our borders tonight, Col Major Amadou Abdrahman, a member of Niger's military junta, has said that transitional government vows to prosecute ousted President Mohamed Bazoum for high treason and undermining national security. While reading out the junta statement, Abdrahman added that Niger's coup leaders denounced the illegal, inhuman and humiliating sanctions imposed by West Africa's ECOWAS regional bloc that are depriving the country of pharmaceutical products, basic foodstuffs and electricity supplies.
En tout état de cause, le gouvernement nigérien a réuni à ce jour les éléments nécessaires de preuve pour poursuivre devant les instances nationales et internationales compétentes le président déchu et ses complices locaux et étrangers pour haute trahison et atteinte à la sûreté intérieure et extérieure du Niger suite à ses échanges avec les nationaux, les chefs d'État étrangers et des responsables d'organisations internationales. Les autorités nigériennes de transition regrettent cette attitude d'une certaine communauté internationale qui consiste à manifester sa solidarité vis-à-vis de quelques politiciens du régime dessus et en même temps manquer d'empathie envers les populations nigériennes durement éprouvées par les sanctions illégales, inhumaines et humiliantes de la CEDEAO qui vont jusqu'à priver le pays des produits pharmaceutiques, des denrées alimentaires de première nécessité et de fournitures en
All right, let's take a look at what's happening in the world of sports. The leaderboard for the 2023 Kenya Junior Stroke Play Championship changed on the second day of competition, with Mikael Kihara taking a stroke lead ahead of Chris Shah, who was the overnight leader after round one of play. Kihara had the best score of 73 points in the second round, an improvement by 4 strokes from round one, where he scored 77 points. Chris Shah was consistent with 75 points in round one and 76 points in round two of the competition. Junaid Manji, who is third on the leaderboard, scored identical 79 points in round one and round two for a total of 158. At the beginning of round two, the cut was initially set to 47, but then it was lowered to 47 at the end of competition to accommodate the 48 players who proceeded to round three on Tuesday rather. 74 players were fighting for the 48 places, and with the adjustments in the cut, 49 players made it through after 5 players tied in position 45 with a score of 47.
Yes, so this is one of the tournaments that are part of our Order of Merit, and it's also a world ranking tournament. So the juniors who play 78 and under and are number one get world ranking points, and for the girls 80 and under get world ranking points. So it's two things. One, it counts towards our Order of Merit, but secondly also counts towards world ranking, and this is how our juniors are ranked around the world. It also helps them get scouted through the world rankings, and this is also how we do select our juniors for national duty to participate in our representing Kenya in any of our international tournaments. We have quite a few. We have quite a few. So we have Mikael Kihara, who's playing really well. We have Shashwat Harish, who's also playing well. Junaid Manji, Chris Shah. We have quite a few. Elvis Mwigwa is on form, has been on form since last year, playing excellent golf. So we have very, very good players in terms of the boys. In terms of the girls, we have Chanel Wangai, we have Belinda Wanjiro, we have Bianca Ngechu, who's also playing well. She's the one who won Nick Faldo. You also have Audrey Goshora, who's also playing really well. So we have some really good talent in terms of the boys and the girls who are playing really well. Nathan Mwangi just won the tournament in Karen, the match play championship there. So we have a lot of talent that's coming through. So I think next year when we're looking at the team, it'll not be automatic for anybody. There's a lot of competition out there, and I think the caliber of golf has really increased in the last 7 months.
Ewasco FC are the new FKF Division 2 Northern Zone Pool B League champions after thrashing Diamond Orange with a 1-goal win in a fierce derby played at Diamond Grounds in Mbeere South Sub-County. The two teams, however, are yet to participate in the mini league against position 1 and 2 in the Northern Zone Pool A League to seek promotion in the FKF Division 1 League.
Ewasco FC are the new FKF Division 2 Northern Zone Pool B League champions after their 1-0 victory against Diamond Orange in the match played at Diamond Grounds in Mbeere South Sub-County. Newton Weston Jue managed to score his 14th goal of the tournament in the 34th minute. Ewasco FC have garnered 66 points after 30 matches in the league, while Diamond Orange are second with 62 points, with Kappa coming third with 57 points.
Tukaongea na mavijana tukasema target yetu hii season acha ikue tupate 60 points, which nafurahia tumeachieve yo +2, which ni plus kwetu tumeacha number 3 na point kama 7 hivi. So ligi ijakuwa rahisi, tumekuwa na challenges.
Ewasco and Diamond have now booked themselves a ticket to participate in the mini league against position 1 and 2 in the Northern Zone Pool A Coast Region League to seek promotion in the FKF Division 1 League.
Already tumequalified naenda yo mini league Mombasa, but haijakuwa rahisi. Challenge imekuwa mingi, vijana wamejituma. Hatukuwa na expect kwa hivi, but ndio hii tumewahi, so tuko na furaha sana. Now for the best, eh?
The teams are facing financial challenges that make it difficult for them to travel in full for matches that are far from home. They also complain of officiating problems faced while on the pitch.
Kitu kingine ni fans pia. Tukipata tu wafadhili wanaweza tusaidia juu ukiangalia kama hizo games zawe unapata tunaenda watu less sana. Watu kama watu 11 unapata tuende ile timu yenye inatakikana. So far ligi imekuwa poa, tumemalizia vizuri. Sasa tuna focus kwenda main league Mombasa, na hiyo pia tunatarajia tutachukua. Tumejipanga vizuri, mazoezi pia iko sawa, tunaipiga vizuri.
In the playoffs to be played after 1 month, Ewasco will face Simba Apparel FC who finished second, while Diamond will face Omax FC who were first. Anyango Sylvia, KUTV.
All right, that story from Sylvia Nyango brings us to the end of our bulletin tonight. Many thanks indeed for keeping us company. Be sure to join me again tomorrow for a conversation on the state of the nation. My name is ODIDA. I'm in the company of Samuel Kelo, who is our sign language interpreter tonight. Have a good night.